John Calvin and Colonel Sanders, True Detective Season 3. Oh boy. From the creators of Amos and Andy, red alert, red alert. Well, this animation is certainly uncluttered by motion and detail.
Your host tonight is...
None of our business, apparently. Oh, is this going to feature festive holiday critters? I hate festive holiday critters.
Dear relatives and friends,
Get out!
inasmuch as I have heard various and nefarious rumors that my dear wife and my sweet sister-in-law Sue,
Who just keeps
we
living.
have been drumsticking and ham-hocking to excess at your various homes over the holidays, I hereby retaliate by inviting all 36 of you to our house 1 year from today for a big turkey and ham dinner on Thanksgiving.
You're sticking with that voice, huh?
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
This song's in the public domain.
Montgomery, why in the world did you issue an invitation like that?
We're an Evite
Look,
family.
a year from now, they will have forgotten the whole invitation.
We haven't got the money to feed 36 relatives. Why, you big blabbermouth, you never should have had that second glass of clam juice.
Wait, who's laughing? Are you hearing that? Seriously, do you hear those people laughing? What is happening? 365 days later, in a standard sitcom establishing shot.
All right, Mr. Big Mouth, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Yeah, and we're gonna have 36 relatives here at dinner, thanks to you shooting off your mouth a year ago. What do you intend to do about it?
Well, there's only one thing to do.
Hire a second
Put up the
animator.
quarantine sign and hide under the bed again. I know they're gonna be hungry, but I don't think even they will wade through the bubonic plague to get to the giblets.
Just tell them it's being catered by Chipotle.
Montgomery J. Clarkson, I'm not gonna be disgraced in front of all our relatives.
Oh, good.
You go out of here right now and come back with a ham and turkey dinner, or I'm gonna take our marriage license and turn it into the paper drive.
Okay, anything, just stop
I will.
talking.
I don't have the money to buy food for these 36 relatives.
Then you better find it. 'Cause on Thanksgiving Day, this house is gonna be filled with warmth and love and southern hospitality if I have to break every bone in your body to get it.
All we're missing now is sad tuba music. Oh, there it is.
Well, I'll do the best I can. But as General Lee said at Gettysburg, I've had better days than this.
Hey, Snopes says that was JFK, not General Lee.
I need at least $50 for the dinner. And after all, there's that old proverb, what good is a friend if you can't gyp him?
Hey, let's leave the gypsies out of this.
Come in, it's open.
Hi, Calvin.
What's this
What are you
tulip
doing
crap?
up here anyway, Colonel?
'Cause I'm worried about you spending this gala Thanksgiving holiday season alone. You know, it made me sad.
It did, huh?
Oh, yeah, Calvin.
Instant
Me
coffee
and
sad?
Maggie Bell and Sister Sue was talking about you only this morning. About you spending the holiday up here, all alone in your room.
In a suit, smoking.
Well, come to think of it, it does get lonely now and then. Sometimes I regret setting those rat traps. But what are you driving at, Colonel?
What am I driving at, Calvin?
I'm asking you out.
I'm inviting you up to my place for Thanksgiving dinner with all the gracious Claxon clan.
Well, now, wait a minute, Colonel. Well, how much is the price?
100%.
Well, what we call a season ticket, son, comes to about $50.
60 in Canada.
I'd like to come, but all I got is $3.25. I'm afraid I can't afford your generous southern hospitality this year.
Effing Obamacare.
Well, now, to tell you the truth, Calvin, I don't know whether we're going to have a dinner or not. I'm in a spot. I've invited 36 relatives for dinner, and I don't have the wherewithal for the grub withal.
What is this, Cloud
So
Atlas?
unless I get some free food from someplace, I'm in big trouble.
You know, Colonel, I saw an ad in the paper here this morning.
Vape Town.
Free food. me see where that is. Here we are.
Yeah, give me that paper.
Look at that.
It has better artwork than the universe we inhabit for some
75
reason.
pounds of free food, including ham and turkey, with the purchase of a $375 deep freezer.
Some restrictions apply.
That's no good, Calvin. In order to get the free food, you got to buy the freezer.
Yeah, you haven't got 375 smackers.
Yeah, the trouble, wait a minute.
This is not a repurposed radio
Just
show.
noticing the small print here. Here in the ad, it guarantee within 30 days of purchase. If the customer is dissatisfied, your money will be cheerfully refunded.
Yeah, as store credit.
Calvin, that's my angle on getting the free food. Come on, we'll get right down to the deep freezer store.
You think this thing is going to work?
Work is the greatest idea in the world, Calvin.
Okay, but the last time you had the greatest idea in the world, we ended up spending the weekend as guests of the local gendarme.
We're degenerate criminals, and it's hilarious. We keep passing the same building. We're stuck in a level 5 Flintstones loop. You know, when I was a kid, the freezer stores were closed on Thanksgiving.
Well, here's the store, Calvin.
Yeah. Now explain to me how we're going to get this free food.
And cheat it out for the audience.
I give the fella this no-good check here for $375. We take the freezer home, and we takes the food out of it. Then we brings the freezer back to the store and get our money back before the man has a chance to put this check in the bank.
Art of the Deal, page
Now,
58.
that's not a great scheme. I'll eat my hat.
Yeah, well, you better get out to bicarbonate. I think you're going to be nibbling on your fedora before this is over.
Crime is a hoot.
Oh, here comes the fella now.
Watch the old colonel go into action here, boy.
May I help you, sir?
Indeed
This
you
guy.
may, sir. I am Colonel Montgomery J. Claxon of the Nashville Claxons.
Of the racist archetype
Colonel
Claxons.
Officio of the Breckenridge County Zooars.
That's all him. I'm just plain Calvin Burnside. Well, how do you do, both of you?
Yes, mister.
Mooney.
We would like to buy one of those deep freezers like you've got advertised in the newspaper here. The kind with the free food and the cheerful refund and guarantee.
Oh, yes. We give the free food and the guarantee with all our models. Now, here's a lovely model here. It combines the best features of the...
We'll take it. Here's the check.
Well, you certainly made your mind up in a hurry.
This is how I might expect you to behave if you were scamming me.
This certainly is a fast deal.
You not kidding, mister. It's an old Southern custom.
Called larceny.
Just one more question, mister. When does the store close?
At 5:30.
It's 5 o'clock now. What do you think, Calvin?
Well, we might strain ourselves, but I think we can make it.
Calvin's a real
See you
team
soon,
player.
sir. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
Well, thank you.
Now I can avoid bankruptcy and get my daughter that operation. Let's add reckless driving and vehicular manslaughter to our holiday crime spree. Not a conscience nor a brain cell between them. Hope you guys like food. We got canned meat product, walnut paste, sardines, liverwurst, vegan pizza rolls, unflavored wafers, powdered water, expired cereal, corn nuts, unsalted salt, pine tree juice, goat meal, sawdust, spelt nuggets, urinal cakes, sponge au gratin, kale popsicles. We're bad at fraud. Oh, she made it weird. Let's swing by the orphanage and pretend like we're going to adopt some kids.
Turkey in the straw, ha, ha, ha. Turkey on the table, rah, rah, rah.
It's no holly jolly Christmas.
Watch the door there, Calvin. Watch it now.
Yeah, easy does it.
Sister Sue's heavier than she looks.
Well, we made it. It's only 5:20.
Uh-oh. Here comes the fellow that sold it to us. You know something? he doesn't look so happy about the whole thing, neither.
Why, Colonel Claxon, what's this? You're bringing the freezer back?
We're
WTF?
dissatisfied with it.
You're dissatisfied with it? Just a minute. You picked up the freezer at 5 o'clock, and you're bringing it back now at 5:20?
Yeah, we'd have been here sooner, only we got caught in traffic.
And we killed a crossing
Look,
guard.
mister, we want our money back. We are dissatisfied with the freezer.
Just a minute. Let me see. You didn't bring the food back.
We weren't dissatisfied with that.
No, that makes us very happy.
Hey, didn't Kramer do this once?
We are dissatisfied with the freezer. Now, will you please stop shouting at us and kindly refund our money?
I am not giving you your money till you bring back the food.
Mrs. McGillicuddy.
Mister, show us where it says in the paper that we got to cheerfully refund the food.
Look, I want that free food back that was in the freezer.
Well, why must we bring back the free food if the free food is free with the food freezer?
Because the free food is only free with the food freezer if you pay the full fee for the food freezer.
You foul, foolish fellow.
Yeah, but if you give the free food with the food freezer...
Oh, stop it! Please, look, I want my food back.
Now, wait a minute here, sir.
We already licked all the
It's not
food,
your
sorry.
Food. It's our food. You gave us free food. It was an inducement for us to buy the freezer. That's the way you run your business.
Oh, see here, this is ridiculous. You've got to give me that free food.
My dear sir, we are not in business to give away free food.
No, the Colonel's right. That's your racket.
Yeah, if you want any free food, go out and buy your own freezer.
No, I don't want any free food.
And we don't want to give you any, so what are you arguing about?
Third base.
Here, I've got to have that food back.
It's mine. I brought it from home.
You want to take our free food away.
That's right.
All right.
Where's your
Well,
bathroom?
now let's analyze what you're doing here. You want to take something away from us that is free. Free like the air we breathe.
Free like a
the
ketchup
liberties
packet.
we enjoy. Like the freedom of speech. Like the freedom of the press. The freedom to vote and salute the flag. Mister, no one can take away these rights from us.
Unless we vote for
What kind of
them.
an un-American joint are you running here?
Well, now that you put it that way, You! What am I talking about? It's my own food. Look, I want that frozen food and that ham and turkey back here by tomorrow morning, or I'm turning this whole thing over to the police.
Happy Thanksgiving,
You
everybody.
mean that you would bring the police into a thing like this?
I certainly would.
Well, that's all I want to know. I'll have the food back the first thing in the morning. Come on, Calvin. Looks like these guarantees don't mean anything anymore.
So let's recap. He had a year to figure this out, but instead he just robbed a store on a holiday.
What you gonna do now, Colonel?
Only one thing I can do, Calvin.
I'm cooking blue meth.
Maggie Bell and the sister get to sleep tonight, and then I'll take the food out of the icebox.
Then I'll eat a gun, I suppose. And now back to the most heartwarming holiday movie since Eyes Wide Shut.
Isn't it wonderful, Sister Sue? We're going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner when all the relatives come tomorrow. That big ham and that beautiful turkey.
Yeah, we must be careful that between now and in the morning some sneak thief don't come up here and clean out the icebox.
Sneak thief.
Well, if they're going to make off with our ham and turkey, they're going to have to climb another 2 flights of stairs.
Hope they charge their Fitbit.
Well, of course, if the people,
No, you're alive
What was
radio
that?
show.
Montgomery, our icebox wasn't big enough to hold all that food, so Mrs. Conway on the top floor volunteered to keep the frozen food and the ham and the turkey upstairs in her icebox.
Is that a euphemism?
And I don't think any sneak thief's gonna bother it up there. 'Cause Mrs. Conway's husband is a police sergeant.
Also, the apartment is haunted.
Excuse me, I think I'll go out in the kitchen and sharpen up the carving knife.
Why do you want to do that? The dinner isn't till tomorrow.
I know. But first thing in the morning, I may have an appointment to cut my throat.
Seasonal depression. Wah, wah. Think I'll call Mr. Magoo, see what he's up to.
I gotta get that food back in that store by tomorrow morning or I'm in a mess.
And that's the plot.
I'll never get it out of Mrs. Conway's apartment. And her husband is a policeman.
Now we're all caught up. Hey, he's watching Flying Circus.
Hello, Oliver Wendell Platt speaking.
Oliver Platt?
Hello, Oliver.
Speaking of disturbing,
No, you're not disturbing me. I was just watching television. Do you know they actually have people on there talking like animals? It is completely unbelievable.
so meta has never been funny.
Oh, it is, but I'm in a mess, Oliver. I gypped a fella out of a ham and turkey and a whole lot of frozen food. Now, he says if I don't bring
Oh,
it
Lord,
back,
that's not
he's gonna
normal.
make trouble for me.
Well, only one thing to do. Take it back.
I can't. Maggie Bell...
Seriously, call your doctor, friend.
Sergeant Conway's icebox.
Police sergeant, eh?
Colonel, you'd better not tamper with that refrigerator in person.
What you need is some puffy poltroon to purloin the poultry.
What do you mean?
A real jerky to swipe the turkey.
Well, you are my pastor.
Yeah, Calvin's in this mess up to his neck. And I might as well push his head under the quicksand. Thanks a lot, Oliver.
You're welcome, my friend.
Early remote controls were
The
unwieldy.
next act on our big shoe tonight is an act I just brought over from Europe. Let's really hurt for 'em, big folks.
Satirical.
Fifi the poodle and our performing people.
How does he get away with that stuff?
I hate this character as much as I love my family. Later the next morning, last month, who cares?
Now listen, Calvin. This is the roof of the apartment house, and the Conway's apartment is on the top floor right underneath where we are walking now.
Exposition and so forth.
Golly, Colonel, it's awful dark up here. Now, explain to me how we're going to get into Sergeant Conway's kitchen.
This skylight is right over the kitchen.
Convenient.
We are going to lift the top up, and that'll give us a perfect way for you to get down in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Wait a
Now,
minute.
wait a minute, Colonel. You started out with we and us. But somewhere near the end of that sentence, you past participled me up the creek again. I'm not going.
Now listen, Calvin, let me explain the plan before you go off half-cocked like some Yankee.
Hey,
When you
I
get
am a
down in the
virile
kitchen-
northerner, sir.
I'm going to lower this basket down to you on the rope. All you got to do is to put the turkey and the ham and the frozen food in the basket, and I'll haul it up. You see, I got the dangerous part of the job.
I'll be live tweeting.
You're up here, and I'm in the policeman's kitchen. Explain to me how you got the dangerous part of the job.
Simple, Calvin. I'm up here. Now suppose something happens.
Doesn't seem likely.
I'm trying to get away. I might get panicky and run off the edge of the roof.
I'm a spaz
But
like that.
you being trapped down there in the kitchen, you won't be able to run any place and hurt yourself.
Why are we friends?
Well, now, that's mighty thoughtful of you, Colonel. Come on, let's get the skylight open.
Come on, let's get me killed.
Hello?
Whoa.
Claxon residence?
He's
Mrs.
packing.
Claxon, this is Sergeant Conway upstairs. You know what your husband is doing up on the roof of the building?
Montgomery? On the roof?
Tradition, tradition.
Well, I saw him and that fat friend of his going up there a few seconds ago.
I haven't any idea what he's doing up there.
And I think I'll just go up and have a look around.
This year I'm thankful for my Second Amendment rights.
Say, Calvin, how you doing down there in the kitchen?
Not a radio
Fine,
show.
Colonel. I'm just beginning to load the frozen food from the icebox into the basket.
Just beginning. You've been down there 10 minutes. What you been doing?
Making myself a pot roast sandwich.
Hey, is this a joke to
I wonder
you?
where he keeps the ketchup.
Listen, you dummy, keep your mind on your business. You want that policeman to catch us?
Kinda, yeah.
I'll go out the back window and come up the fire escape.
Boy, it sure is dark up here.
Despite how it looks.
Well, anyway, it's working fine. Sergeant Conway must be out. Things are...
Someone's eating Cheetos.
Footsteps. Sound like somebody walking on the roof here.
Sound like me describing things for a radio audience.
Coming up to help me with the rope.
Can't handle the raw tension. Oh, wait, yes, I
Sounds
can.
like he stopped walking.
How you doing up there, Colonel?
Fine. Give me a hand with the rope and,
Oh, it's just a good guy with a gun.
that's funny. Calvin's feet are walking up here on the roof, but his voice is still in the kitchen. He must have left in an awful hurry. Yeah, that's what he did.
Relax, things are about to get very safe.
That doesn't sound like Calvin walking. Those are the flattest footsteps I ever heard.
He's got to be like a foot away by
There's
now.
gotta be Calvin up here on the roof. Who else?
Colonel, I say, how are you doing up there?
Calvin, where are you?
How big is this roof?
I know you're here, but are you here, or here, there?
Colonel, I'm down here in the kitchen. Are you up there on the roof?
No, I'm in
Yeah,
Prague.
son, what I wouldn't give to be home in bed right now.
Hey, I like you as a friend.
Sergeant Conway, fancy running into you up here on the roof.
Blue Lives Matter.
Sunbathing perchance?
Waxon, what are you up to here on the roof?
Me, nothing. I just, I was...
Just vamping and mugging.
I went to,
Patting.
Waxon, I need an explanation.
Well, I need one as bad as you do.
The writers just bailed.
Sure you're not up to something?
All away, Colonel, before that flatfoot Conway finds out what we're up to.
I smell bacon. Oink, oink.
There's someone down in my kitchen.
Yeah, must be a sneak thief. My advice to you is to shoot first and ask questions later. Now, I'll get out of the line of fire before you start blazing away. I'll see you later.
Waxon,
Please kill my
I
friend.
think we'd better go down to my apartment and talk things over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please stop saying that.
That's a good idea. Yes, sir.
Stop
And the
it.
first thing I'm going to do when we get down there is call your wife.
Call my wife.
What you gonna call?
Tell
Oh,
me
never
something,
mind.
Sergeant. If I made a break for it, would you shoot me?
Of course not.
I thought I had a loophole there for a minute. I was gonna run.
Suicide by cop, as if this story couldn't get any more fun and charming. Meanwhile, here's another background we farted out.
That's the whole story, Myrtle. Sergeant Conway caught us breaking into his kitchen.
Oh, that's a shame. But what did Maggie Bell say when she found out?
Oh, Maggie Bell doesn't know anything about it.
She was killed in the crossfire.
Colonel pleaded with the sergeant not to tell her.
Yeah, well, what's he gonna do about the man in the frozen food store?
You literally have one job, ma'am.
The colonel's going to stick to his guns. I'm meeting him at the deep freeze store in an hour. After all, the food was free, and that's that.
Well, I still think the man's gonna want the food back.
The colonel says he doesn't care what the man says.
He's a nihilist, dude.
The colonel guaranteed me that we're going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner.
Are we gonna talk about what just happened?
Have another slice of ham. Didn't I tell you, Calvin, we'd have a lovely dinner on Thanksgiving?
And they're in jail. Pull back,
I like
they're
the
in
dinner,
jail.
all right, but the judge says we're
jail,
going to
yep.
have to
There we
spend
go. Called
5
it.
more days in this iron deep freeze.
Also, why was Thanksgiving 4 days long this year?
Hi, Colonel.
Original or extra
hello,
crispy?
Calvin.
Say, how did Maggie Bell and Sister Sue react to your little vacation in the Pookie?
Well, they were pretty upset, Calvin.
I'm kind of a monster,
Maggie
after
Bell
all.
said it was the worst family disgrace since Uncle Braxton Claxton was a streetcar conductor and the inspector caught him with his high-button shoes full of nickels.
That's the most old-timey sentence
You know,
ever.
I've been thinking, Calvin, where we went wrong trying to get that free food without buying the freezer. The next time, what we ought to do is to buy it on installment.
And we get you hooked on heroin, and then we'll hollow out a Bible.
And when the time payments come due, we adjust... Calvin. I say Calvin.
Come back. I need your help stealing bedpans from a nursing home, and then we're going to vandalize that church.
Calvin and the Colonel was brought to you by...
Nobody. Never mind. Oh boy, guys. Featuring the voices of talented white actors who should have known better. Oh, George Bruns, who would go on to torment humanity with the Pirates of the Caribbean song. Visual adaptions made by scribbling on a napkin and throwing it away. Well, guys, I don't know. For an animated holiday special, that was about 60% less festive than I expected. And as an animated adaptation of a controversial radio show, it was... well, it was pretty bad. But don't let it get you down. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. I am thankful for each and every one of you this year, and I will see you next time on Fun with Shorts.